Like, get other jobs or something.
What's going on, people? This is a little catch-up video, man. It's been a little while since I've actually recorded a vlog, and I look like an absolute piece of shit. My hair's overgrown. I haven't had a fucking trim up in over a month because it all started off by being mad busy, and then eventually got really sick, and I'm fucking just recovering now. And yeah, I thought I'd use this as a little video to kind of bring this shit up to speed and talk about this shit that I fucking caught, man, because I've never fucking had it or heard of it before, and it's proper fucked up. And if you haven't had it before, you literally think you're fucking dying. Maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I'm being a pussy, I don't know, but yeah. So I was at a festival initially in September, and that's why I haven't fucking posted much and done a lot of shit really. Doing a few bits in the background as well for the clothes. They should be coming out soon, but the manufacturing company's changed hands, as I mentioned this in a million videos, so it's taking a bit longer, but that's all in the pipeline, all coming through. And anyway, after this festival came back, really busy with work and stuff, trying to catch up. Eventually had to travel again for work, and whilst I was out there, I came back, and the day after I came back, I pretty much got this shit, and I've been fully like in bed sort of thing, like either on this sofa or in my bed, like not being able to move. I haven't been to the gym. This is my 3rd week. This is literally officially the longest I've been out the gym for the last, I don't know, fucking 4 or 5 years. And obviously feeling even more like shit, because you know when you're real, you feel crap already, but when you don't even hit the gym, it's just, I don't know, it gets fucking depressing, doesn't it? So no supplements, I haven't maintained any of my fucking vitamins, oils, any of that shit, other than the medicine that I've been given. And yeah, so it's been pretty fucking slow, man. I've been literally not been able to leave my fucking my place. So anyway, to raise a bit of awareness on this shit, vestibular neuritis or neuritis or whatever, I'm fucking mispronouncing it for sure, but it's essentially, I initially got diagnosed with labrynthitis, which apparently is something that they don't really use anymore today, but essentially it's an inner ear infection. So labyrinthitis was a wrong diagnosis for me, because with that you'd have associated hearing loss, potentially permanent hearing loss, and some pain, some aches, shit like that. They are also associated with panic attacks. Now this isn't anything to do with anything else, it's purely because of that. Your body doesn't know what's going on, so you get panic attack. This is the first time in my life I've suffered with panic attacks, and this shit's fucking terrifying. But this is how it started actually. On Friday 27th, by midnight, I got a panic attack, and essentially you just sort of block up because your body's like sort of trying to pass out, and I wouldn't let it because I don't know, I've never passed out before, so I was just sort of fucking holding on to that shit. And anyway, long story short, just fucking shaking and shit, fucking cold sweats, all that, fucking all the above. Jaw all aching, heart was in my throat, thinking, fuck, maybe I've outdone the pre-workout shit, maybe I need to fucking take it easy on that. Doctors were like, obviously straight away, use steroids because your blood pressure's through the roof. I'm like, well, fucking, no. Like, not on that. So I had full bloods, everything checked out, full cardio fucking diagram shit, all that. And no, heart seems to be in fucking good health, thank God. Bloods came back all clear. And yeah, they started narrowing it down, and essentially labyrinthitis, or what I ended up actually being found out is the vestibular neuritis or neuritis or whatever. It's like the nervous system in your fucking head, and essentially there's like crystals in your inner ear, like obviously minuscule crystals, which if they fall off balance, your balance gets fucked, like you're completely dizzy as shit. And the only way I can describe it is it's fucking terrifying, because you're basically like, picture hitting a fucking NOS balloon, and right at the peak of a strong NOS balloon, but permanent, so everything's like kind of shaking, like you fucking can't really hear shit, and it's just, everything's like that permanently, fucking 2-3 weeks straight. And apparently this is one of the good cases, because from what I'm hearing, people are suffering with this shit for like up to 2 months. And considering this is week 3, I can actually record a video and sit up and look at my fucking self recording this. It's a big improvement, man, trust me. And It's fucking terrifying. You literally, and obviously associated with the panic attacks, you can't really eat, you're constantly like short of breath, and you always have to have water near you, you can't fucking chew, eat your food, lose appetite, all that. So it's fucking horrendous. But if you are having this and it is your first time like it was for me, it's not the end. Like, it's not the fucking, because you fucking think you're literally dying. It ain't that bad. It just fucking feels like it. So it's very important to remember, just keep your fucking cool. Just breathe, control your breathing, and just believe me, it's fucking calm. Like, the doctors are pretty shit in terms of, no, not shit, man. They fucking do their bit, but I would fucking recommend going private personally. I'm going private, like, from this experience, like 1,000,000%, because I was in A&E for fucking like 11 hours or some shit like that the first evening, and and then you keep having to go back and forth from A&E, changing my meds like twice. It's just, people are kind of like, what the fuck, like, do you know what I mean? It's not fucking rocket science, but it's like almost everyone's sort of too busy. It's like, you're not dying, so you're not a priority, which I get, but I'd say 100% go fucking private, because when you fucking first experience this, you think this is it, mate. This is a wrap for me. I better fucking say my goodbyes, sell up my shit, and that's it. But yeah, so vestibular neuritis is an inner ear infection which will fuck your balance up to the point where you cannot walk, you cannot fucking stand and shower. It's fucked. And obviously I've been out of work as well for the past 3 weeks. But on a positive note, I am officially fully qualified from a personal training finally. I know I've been training people and giving advice and this and that, but I wanted to, before I actually advertise my service or charge for my service, I wanted to get this qualification, which I technically should have had in February. But shit got a bit complicated, but I'll do another video on that later. But anyway, yes, that's my little just update on the fucking shit viral infection, which is vestibular neuritis, or whatever, and I'll give you some of an idea of the meds that I was put on, just in case. I don't know, if you're having this shit, you can kind of compare and contrast, I don't know. So the first meds that I got put in are these bad boys, which are tranquilizers, which are prochlorprezane, I don't know, tabs, 5 milligram tabs. They wanted me to pop that 3 times a day, which essentially, what freaked me out is I was reading the back of it, and obviously they're to deal with all the panic shit, chill you out. They also give these people to like schizophrenics and shit like that. So I was like, I don't know, man, that sounds a little bit fucking strong. Then after 4 days, he did nothing. So I fucked them off, went back to the doctors. Then I got given beta histine, which is these bad boys. These are the ones I'm still on, which is for dizziness. It doesn't stop it. It kind of relaxes the symptoms a little bit. You're still going to be spinning and shit. Don't think you can leave or drive or fucking any of that. I haven't left the fucking property because of these little panics and shit. And the other ones was amoxicillin, which is the antibiotic for the infection on the outside of the ear. Now, symptoms wise, I have had no pain whatsoever, no ear pain or fucking anything. Slight blurred vision here and there, but I'm not sure if that's really just because of the dizziness. And obviously extreme fucking dizziness to the point where you're literally losing your mind. So if you're having this, labyrinthitis and vestibular neuritis are very, very similar. They're basically the same thing, just the slight difference in terms of the whole hearing loss and pure dizziness. But these are the meds I've been on. I think there are other meds. Like my cousin experienced the same thing some months ago, maybe 6-7 months ago. And she doesn't live in England, she lives in Bulgaria, which is where I'm from as well. But they took it much more seriously there. And she had a slightly longer version of this. She suffered for about 40 days being unable to get up of bed, which for me was about 2 weeks, and then I'm able to move around now, but still get tired easily and shit. But anyway, she got actually hospitalized for the first week or 10 days, and she was on a drip with this specific medicine to stop these symptoms. So there are different versions of this shit, and depending on where you're located, you will be treated differently. But here in England, if you are based in England and you are able to afford it, I'm telling you, go fucking private for your peace of mind. Because if you are in my condition where you can't walk anywhere by yourself, can't go to doctors by yourself, constantly relying on people and shit, and you're being fucked about with booking appointments and all of this and all of that. Again, I'm not blaming the doctors or whatever, but this is how the system is, and regardless of what the setup is, you gotta look out for yourself. And if you want better results, go fucking private. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, that's my 2-piece, man. If you've experienced this shit as well, let me know what you think. And but from what I'm hearing, no one's really giving me a straight answer as to what can cause this. It's a viral infection, so it can just happen to anyone. Doctors don't think you'll become more prone to it, but fuck knows. So hopefully I'll be back in the gym in the next 2 weeks maybe. So that'll be way over a month off. It's fucking madness. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you think of this shit, and if you've had it before, what your thoughts are, and if you are having it, fucking, I don't know, reach out, man. I'll have a chat with you. But everything's sweet. Anyway, catch you later.